It is a building that first hosted football way back in 1966 as EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Oakland Raiders. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Gator. Come on. I'm coming. 61. Matchbox Lights. Snap.
On first down, Benjamin. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Greystone travel. Ready?
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the first. They'll run on first down. Benjamin. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 2nd and 2. Completes it to Benjamin. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
60 outlaw.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw. Eluding the pressure, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Partner, is that what you call a quick hitter? That was actually a bolt of lightning, wasn't it? Right out of the gate.
And, of course, on the heels of him winning AFC Offensive Player of the Week 1 week ago. They'll look to throw now on first down. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Maurice Hurst forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Back to throw now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy, and that particular play just came from the outside.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Check 31, check 31. Right there. Right there, 54 Mike.
Back to throw here. Over the middle, complete. It's Schwartz. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Cleveland.
The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Mark 54 in your face.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards.
First down, Browns.
Here we go. 18 data. 81. Come on now. Go. He's got clean. Check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Seibert able to knock this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to loft it deep right sideline and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jacobs now. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Seibert on for the PAT. He's got it, and it's 17-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Hey, Zoo. Ready.
2nd and 15. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line. The Browns' drive about to get started. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Hey, orbit. 5.
2nd and long. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
2nd and 5. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Back to throw. Benjamin's got it. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 1st down, Benjamin. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Right here, guys. Greystone, travel. 51. Hey, wahoo! Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. T.Y. Hilton in the final seconds of the 1st half, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. And that's a critical touchdown. I don't want to be too hyperbolic or whatever, but they needed some points on the board before halftime.
They certainly did, and, you know, it's not going to erase everything that happened in the 1st half. Look, they got outplayed. There's no question about that. But now it gives them a chance to regroup, feel a little bit better about themselves. And how many games have we done where we've seen everything flip when another half begins? And by the way, did you say hyperbolic?
I did. Thank you. This one taken just inside the 10.
The Browns take over 1st and 10. Let's go! Their own 9-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. He's got the lane, and there he goes. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Ben Banagoo able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Tight dog. Pilot, 64, weak. Get it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A good move on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Benjamin. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he's going to go for it all. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this score will stay right where it is. You know that they were thinking second-half comeback here. That's a big miss if they want to have a chance at that comeback.
A very big miss because time is becoming a real factor now, and they're 3 scores down.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to.
Be caught for a Browns touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you put something out there, you're giving yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down in the hands of the wrong team.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Let's go now. Come on, go to bench. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. It's coming this way.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Now a handoff here to his running back. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves him still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. With his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game, as his guys continue to pour it on. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. By the way, they're into the second half now in Philadelphia on the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They'll run on 1st down. Benjamin. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Down. 70. Indy. Now.
And an alley to run. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He'll run it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Come on, set. 91.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready?
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Alert 361, matchbox lights. Hey, Charlie. Let's go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Now the extra point. And the lead is down to 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Now back to throw. Steps away to his left. And this is incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. He's going to look deep for more. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 60 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Seibert on for the PAT. And the lead will grow by 1 more.
Makes the score Browns 45, Raiders 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 2nd and 6. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards in a first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Hey, high 7.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And the catch made by Hilton. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Now.
They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Back to throw here. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. They'll set up to throw. This is caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive.
Sponge, recon, 132 fighter. Ready.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
Set, 8, read. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Nifty move there on the run, but ultimately brought down at the 25. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
15, Yo, cheetah. Get it.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Cleveland, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for Oakland, things aren't looking good. It'll be an 0-5 start, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.